Welcome to The American Dream. I'm your host, Craig Sewing. The American Dream is a show we founded based upon real estate, lifestyle, culture, and neighborhoods, showing why this country is great, going all across the country. And today, we're going to show you some great areas and great lifestyles. Let's start the show right now.
The search is over, baby. I'm right here, and I got it.
The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted.
Everyone knows Indianapolis is the racing capital of the world, but did you know one of the quickest and fastest men alive live right here in Brownsburg? Antron Brown. And today, I'm going to introduce you to him. Hi, I'm Tony Janko with the Janko Realty Group and your host of American Dream TV, Selling Indianapolis.
And I'm his partner, Tony Eads, and I'm going to switch gears and we're going to head over to Plainfield and I'm going to tour an amazing home that's built by one of Indiana's premier custom builders, Brad Wicker with Wicker Construction.
So fasten your seatbelts and let's meet my friend, three-time NHRA Top Fuel World Champion, Antron Brown. Thanks for joining us today, Antron.
Anytime, Tony. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you. I've got to know, what made you decide to live your life at 330 miles an hour, and what gives you the passion to go racing?
You know, I just got to grow up around it as a family growing up, and we're sportsman racers, the weekend warriors like you see behind me, like my son Anson drives a sportsman car. But my dad took me to that first national event, and I saw those 11,000 horsepower top fuel monsters going down the racetrack. It was instant, brother. I was hooked right then.
What's been the most memorable part of racing for you?
I think the most memorable part is winning our first world championship in Top Fuel in 2012, because when we got there, you know what I mean, and we won, it's your first championship that you ever won. Never thought that you could make it happen, and to do it as a team and to bring it back home here to Brownsburg, Indiana, that was very, very special.
Yeah, that had to be awesome.
Yes, it was definitely a good time where you go back and you say, man, was this worth it? And you're like, yes, it was.
So I gotta ask, what's next for you and AB Racing?
Well, what's next is not just to win championships, but it's to grow inside of motorsports. And for us, this is gonna be our second year of racing underneath the AB Motorsports umbrella. And for us, it's just to cultivate and bring new opportunities to motorsports that they've never seen in motorsports. And for me, it's just introducing our form of racing to people that have never been to a drag race, and to go out, gather them in, and then once they get there, brother, I want to set that hook so we can grow our sport.
Man, that sounds awesome. Antron, thanks again for everything today. I look forward to watching you win another world championship.
I appreciate it, Tone, and hopefully we can bring some more home here to the Berg.
Thank you, Tony and Antron. I am in this amazing custom-built home by Wicker Construction. Brad Wicker and his team of experts have been building dream homes in Hendricks County and the surrounding areas for 2 decades. Their motto is, we dwell on the details. Boy, do they ever. I can't wait to show you this home. Thank you to the homeowners and Brad Wicker for letting us feature this amazing home. We cannot wait to see it completed. If you would like us to consider your home to feature on a show, give us a call.
We'll see you next time as we share with you the great lifestyle, culture, and real estate that makes living in Indianapolis and its surrounding areas so great. Thanks.
The city of Indianapolis is known for a lot of things, like the Indy 500, being the birthplace of David Letterman, and the giant tenderloin sandwich. But one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that it's actually one of the best markets in the whole country for Airbnbs. So on today's episode, I'm going to introduce you to the owners of some of the hottest Airbnbs in the city, showcase a passion project of theirs, and take you through one of the best listings on the market right now. This is American Dream TV, and I'm your host, Mike Feldman. So Airbnb superhost Deborah has 7 Airbnb units throughout central Indiana. So tell us, how did you get started in this industry?
Well, when we lived in San Francisco, I had 1 short-term rental there. And ironically, when we moved here, I didn't think I would do short-term rentals because I didn't know there was a market here. But the first one here above the garage, full booked, people were asking for more. And so organically, I just remodeled another and then another.
Is there one piece of advice that you give somebody that wants to become an Airbnb host?
Just remember, it is not passive income. It needs a lot of love and time. So either you have a passion for hospitality or design to create special spaces. Otherwise, you're just not going to enjoy it because a lot goes into it, a lot of time.
So you're clearly passionate about being an Airbnb superhost, but word on the street is you have another passion project.
Are you talking about the Flower Alley?
That's the one.
Let me take you there.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
So we're here in Flower Alley, but I have to ask, what is it?
It's a passion project. We just, coming from San Francisco, living there, had this idea that we always wanted a mural on our garage, and we spoke to the neighbors, and it just grew.
I really love how you take what is normally just kind of a bleak road, like just a boring alley, and you brought life to it. We're lucky enough today to be joined by Muck Rock, the artist herself, working on her latest project. Tell me, how is this project different than the other projects that you've worked on?
I think my favorite part about this Flower Alley project is the neighbors. And what's astounding to me, I paint all over the world. I paint all over America. I've never seen this kind of cohesion and unity amongst like a neighborhood.
It turned out fantastic. Keep up the good work. We're excited to see what other projects are in the future for you. Way back in 1854, a German immigrant by the name of Israel Traub purchased a vacant lot in the neighborhood of St. Joseph, which is located just 1 mile north of downtown Indy. So he then built this, which is now the oldest building in the entire neighborhood. And for nearly 100 years, there's a grocery store on the first floor and an apartment on the second floor. Unfortunately, in the mid-1900s, it fell into despair and sat vacant for a long time until in 1980, a local artist purchased it, turned it into her studio, and still maintained the apartment upstairs. Then, 40 years after that, another developer purchased it and turned it into this, which is a 3-bed, 4-bath house with over 3,200 square feet of living space. Joining me today is Trisha Mira with App Properties, and she's the listing agent, so she's going to tell us a little bit more about this house.
Thanks for being here, Mike.
Thanks for being on.
We listed at $1.2 million, and this has just been an amazing project where we took a historic building that was in a state of extreme disrepair and recreated it into a high-end luxury home for downtown Indy. The kitchen is the anchor for this amazing great room, which is just one of 3 living areas in the house.
Yeah. So this is a gorgeous kitchen, but I'm dying to see the rest of the house.
Let's go check it
Show me?
out. Absolutely.
Okay.
So the upstairs is fantastic. Up here we have the three bedrooms, and we have this private living area and this exposed brick wall.
So is this original to the house?
It is. This is the original back wall of the building, and everything behind this is an addition. And then this is the primary suite, which is already huge, but we've got these really tall cathedral ceilings as well, with a massive walk-in closet and just a stunning bathroom.
Yeah. Well, this place is absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for the tour. We really, really appreciate it. And thank you for joining in for this episode of American Dream TV. I'm Mike Feldman.
Hi, it's good to see everyone again. I'm Karen Tanner, your host of American Dream TV. Today, I am in Clay Terrace, Indiana's first outdoor lifestyle center. I'm going to show you one of my favorite stores, and then we're going to pop over to a townhome I have hitting the market very soon. Clay Terrace opened in 2004 and continues to be a popular destination here on the north side of Carmel, with a variety of shops, restaurants, fitness studios, and even a dog park. There truly is something for everyone. They're in the middle of a major redevelopment project right now, which is going to bring a hotel, an apartment complex, and more shops and restaurants. AH Collection is a fabulous boutique here in Carmel that offers everything from clothing to jewelry, accessories, skincare, and everything in between. I'm pretty familiar with what they have because if I'm being honest, I've spent quite a bit of time in here. Today, I am excited to introduce you to Ann White and Holly Kirsch, the co-owners of AH Collection. First, Ann, I want to thank you for styling me today. This skirt definitely feels like a signature AH Collection piece.
Yes, you look fabulous, by the way, and it is always so much fun styling the beautiful Karen Tanner.
Thank you very much.
Yes. We started through makeup and skincare, actually, and which grew into AH Collection. We always say our empire started with 4 lipsticks. AH Collection, really empowering women to live their best life. We want them to feel beautiful from the inside out. We want people to come to our stores, women especially, typically that's who it is, to feel like it's a destination.
Holly, fill me in a little bit on some of the spring trends that we are going to be seeing this year.
Entering March, it's transition season, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna show you the top trends. White is here to stay. We love white. After all these dark colors, what do you think of this blouse?
So we don't have to wait till Memorial Day?
No, white you can wear anytime. Let's go. And we always say, do you. You're gonna see a lot of trends and you always put your own personality, and that's what we will do here when we style you. Our staff is really good at keeping you in your comfort zone, but also updating you and filling you on the trends.
We are just a mile north of Clay Terrace, here in the luxury townhome community, The Retreat on the Monon. Its proximity to interstates and the Monon Trail makes it incredibly attractive, and I am so excited to show you my new listing on Talman Drive. Let's go. At just under 2,500 square feet, this 3-bedroom, 3.5-bath townhome offers luxury on 3 levels. From an exquisite gourmet kitchen to a to-die-for primary retreat, this home offers everything. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Karen Tanner, your host of American Dream TV, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Hi, welcome to American Dream TV. I'm your host, Josh Martin. We're here in Indianapolis, where we're going to meet Emily from Emily Hankey Design. Let's go check it out.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, Emily, how are you?
Good. Yeah, so this is our kind of welcoming area and kitchen over here. And then we have the client waiting area here to the left, just a couple of chairs here with our sign. And then this is where the magic happens, to be honest. This is where we have all of our meetings. We're set up for, displaying all of the designs up on the screen. Some clients get a little bit restless and they want an area to sit and be a little more comfortable. So we have our couch seating area and then our team back here.
I'd love to hear more about your business and the design process.
Yeah, I would love to give you some more info on that. So basically the way things work are that So a new client comes to us and we sit down with them and we talk through basically how the process is going to work. So that's what I'll do with you as well. So what a client can expect, really first and foremost, is we always go out to the job site and we visit the lot. A lot of people will just look at the survey or the topography, for example, but to us, you can't get enough information from the 2D topography to be able to design a home. You need to be out there in person. You need to see what views do I want to optimize, what views do you want to shield away? Because without being able to do that, you know, you're designing a home and maybe you're not focusing the rear view on the actual view that you want to look at. You know, a lot of our homes are on golf courses or on waterfront, and if so, you want to have the best possible view of that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome to Promontory of Zionsville, one of the premier luxury communities coming to Indiana. Emily, this is gorgeous. Thanks for having us out.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of cool waterfront lots, different lots off water. They're all very large, 2 to 4 acre home sites. So let's go take a ride and I'll show you around.
Let's do it. We're sitting here with the developer, Betsy. Betsy, thank you for having us today.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you guys coming out here.
You're welcome. Appreciate it. So can you share with us some more information about the vision, culture of the community as it comes together?
Absolutely. So we're here at Promontory in Zionsville. It is over 300 acres of just beautiful natural terrain, 35-acre lake that's fully stocked with fish. It's got wildlife surrounding. We are sitting inside what will be kind of our future meeting house or marina house. This private community will have its own sense of, you know, culture and socialization that's driven through people being able to kayak here, being able to, you know, paddleboard, fish, jump in the lake, you know, things that your kids could be doing basketball 5 minutes away and you're home and they're in a whole new world. That's really what we wanted this community to feel like and to, you know, really bring into people's lives.
That's wonderful. Well, it sounds amazing. It sounds very private. Sounds like if you love the outdoors, this is a community for you. And really excited to see it progress. And we're looking forward to visiting with you once y'all start building.
Absolutely. We appreciate it. We're very excited. Absolutely. Thank you.
Emily, thanks so much.
Yes, of course.
Appreciate you. All right. Thanks for joining us on American Dream TV, Selling Indianapolis. I hope you enjoyed the wonderful community, the people you met today. Indianapolis is an awesome place to live. Culture, indoor, outdoor, the seasons. It is all here. So thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
Do you know where your food comes from? Today on Selling Indianapolis, I'm going to introduce you to a local company that is right smack dab in the middle of helping households, not only in Indianapolis, but across the country, locally source their food and produce. If you love eating homegrown food and also want to support local farmers and artisans, but are short on time, you're going to want to see how this homegrown Central Indiana business has transformed the farm to table concept into farm to front door in 30 markets across the United States. This is Andy Lichty, your host for American Dream TV's Selling Indianapolis. Let's go see how they do it.
Hey, Andy.
Hey, Dan, thanks for meeting me today. First of all, Dan, tell us who you are and what you do here at MarketWagon.
Yeah, so my name is Dan Klein, and I'm the Community Relations Manager for MarketWagon. So I'm in charge of really helping farmers tell their stories across all the markets we serve.
Okay, awesome. And tell us the story of kind of how MarketWagon got started here.
MarketWagon is an online farmers market, and so basically we deliver all the food from local farmers, restaurants, and food producers to your door. It started with our CEO, co-founder Nick Carter. He grew up on a family farm and went off and did a few different things, but his heart was still in the farm. And so MarketWagon was the way to his best effort to help farmers thrive where they're at by connecting them to customers that they wouldn't find otherwise.
So tell me how it works in terms of, connecting farmers with households that are interested in this. Tell me how that works.
Well, the biggest thing is, we call ourselves as an online farmers market.
Okay.
And so if you think about going to a physical farmers market and, okay, I'm gonna get blueberries from this person, I'm gonna get milk from this person, I'm gonna get the most amazing waffles from this person or a prepared meal.
Sure.
We're like that, but online.
Okay.
And so you're gonna go to marketwagon.com, you're going to shop for everything you'd be wanting to buy for your family for the week, and we'll deliver it to your door once or twice a week.
Okay.
So with one checkout, you're supporting local food.
So Jeremiah, Terry, thanks so much for chatting with us today. Priest Family Farms, right, is the name.
Correct.
How did you guys get connected to MarketWagon here?
A friend of ours, actually Kyle Becker, who owns Becker Farms, actually in Moreland, which is in Hendrick County as well, told us about it and said, hey, this might be a good little opportunity for you guys to sell some of your products and kind of get out of the traditional farmers market avenue. And we started in 2018, bringing our first products, and they just kind of took off from there. And here we are 5 years later.
That's awesome.
Still selling on the platform and growing our customer base. So it opened up a year-round marketing opportunity for our farm.
So we are a pie company. So we're called Pots and Pans Pie Company. We're located at 49th and College. I've been connected with MarketWagon for a long time. We haven't always participated, but when MarketWagon first started up in the city, we were at one of the first meetings they had with vendors. But it is a good option for when people want delivery.
Yeah.
So it is nice. Like right now, we don't ship. That's something we want to do eventually, but. It's a nice option to be like, hey, do you ship or do you deliver? And like, oh yeah, we actually do deliver and ship our pot pies through MarketWagon. So it's a good resource for us to incorporate with all the other things that we do.
Thank you for joining us for a peek behind the scenes here at MarketWagon. It's inspiring how this Indiana-grown community is using modern technology to reestablish local community across the country. There is more than corn grown here in Indiana, and MarketWagon can bring it right to your doorstep. For Selling Indianapolis, this is your host, Andy Liechty. Can't wait for you to join me on the next episode.
Welcome to another edition of American Dream TV. I'm your host today, Scott Veerkamp. We're right back here in Indianapolis. And today I want to tell you, one of the things that I love so much about Indianapolis and about living in the Midwest is the change of the seasons. Now, every once in a while we get some crazy weather like we had last week. It was negative 35 degrees. Today we're at 64 degrees, but it doesn't matter. Wherever you live, everybody's looking for someplace fun to go to after hours, after they get off work. And today I'm going to introduce you to the Escape Room USA. Come on, let's go. Well, my wife and I and our kids, we came here and just had a great time. But tell us a little bit about the escape room and how all this came to be.
Well, it kind of came to be because my family, have a love of games and have for a long time. I think my husband has about 300 board games at home, so it's kind of his hobby. And he went on a business trip, and our family went with him. Our kids were little, and we did something called an escape room. And I kicked and screamed the whole way and said, "You're not locking me in a room. I'm not doing that." And then kind of the rest is history, because they had ideas and came up with different room scenarios the whole way home from that trip. I think our boys were 10 and 12 at the time. So the two of them and Brendan, and our daughter's like, okay. So we started looking for properties, they started writing room ideas, and then in 2015 we opened this location with 5 rooms, 5 different escape rooms, and it was the first escape room in Indiana. So it was kind of a novelty to most people at that point. It was just really becoming something in the US, but also kind of in the world.
Sure.
And then in 16, business was so good here that we opened one in Fishers. Different kind of business there, a lot of family business. We opened there with 7 different rooms. And then in 2018, we opened in Columbus, Ohio. And then last year in Thanksgiving of 21, actually, we opened in Westfield, Indiana, up at Grand Park. So
neat.
Across the company, we have 22 different themed rooms. So.
Wow. So how are things going? Things are going really well?
Good, very good. I think people look for something to do that's fun with family and friends, and lots of businesses come and do team building. It's great for date nights, it's great for parties, and it's really good for families.
Yeah. You guys want to give us the grand tour?
Sure.
All right, let's go. So you have 4 locations. How many rooms total?
22 across all the locations.
What's your favorite room?
Our favorite's always the one that we've built the most recently, because it's fun to get our hands dirty and get in there and really do the build.
Okay, what's the newest one?
Would you like to talk about the newest?
The newest room is going to be in Westfield.
Okay.
It's going to be Grand Elven Adventure. So you have to think mystical, orcs and elves.
So this room is actually built on the premise that what would have happened if the fire that destroyed part of IU, if the IU was never rebuilt after that. So what kinds of medical, what kind of historical, what kind of musical things, what would we not have in the world if IU wasn't rebuilt? So it's a different kind of room. It's more of a storyline timeline, and then you have to solve puzzles throughout that journey, and then you have to find the money to rebuild IU, and then as you progress further in the room, it shows you what IU is like today.
Wow, that's neat. Bert, thank you so much for having us in here again.
Absolutely.
Hey, and if you've not been to the Escape Room USA, you've got to come. This is so much fun. They've put a lot of detail into what they do, and over 6,000 5-star reviews on TripAdvisor. You got to get here. This is a great place.
Thank you.
Well, hope you enjoyed today's episode of The American Dream. Again, I was your host, Craig Sewing, and the creator of the show. We've had so much fun building this thing. I've traveled all across the country building a real show, not a reality show, about real estate, lifestyle, and culture, featuring positive stories of your marketplaces. I've always said this isn't our show, it's yours. We just get to reflect the cool stories back to you. So thank you so much for those stories. Thank you for following our show, and don't forget to follow us on social media. We'll catch you next time. And of course, cheers to your American dream.